Hey, come on in. Welcome, you guys. Velmy Cherry's here once again with another makeup look. Um, so this time I am getting ready to hit a 12-hour shift at a madhouse or in a madhouse, at a madhouse. I'm going into my nursing home slash psych facility, and I don't think I've served them any looks. I don't think I've gotten any reaction out of these side of patients or coworkers. So before going in, I'm gonna go ahead and get the face looking somewhat. So I thought I'd share that with you guys and perhaps see how the face holds up for throughout the night until tomorrow 7:30, and probably check in with you guys and see how the face holds up. Okay. All right, so on the face we have where's my manners? Welcome. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. For those who've been rocking here with me, juicy kisses to you all. We have the face all moisturized and everything, and on the brow I'm using my ABH brow gel and the pencil that I didn't bother switching it up on this look. However, we've already filled in somewhat the brow. We're just gonna carve it out with mascara and everything, and the brow gel is already on there. It's, you know, holding things put. All right, today's products, I have a few of my NARS. I did grab me a new foundation of NARS from their light reflecting foundation. We never got to use her, but I do have my previous one, two different shades, New Caledonia. We're gonna figure out what my NARS shade is today, okay? New Caledonia, and I figured this was a little bit too light for me, so I went and grabbed me Iguacu or Iguacu. Okay, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna use my new Juvia's Place setting powders, loose setting powders. Pulled out my good old NARS blush palette. We're gonna use this little pen or putty or cream blush of NARS in the shade Freedom, pairing that up, and we have a mix of things going. So let's go ahead and get the face dolled up. All right, primer, I'm gonna pull out my putty poreless primer from E.L.F. I have not used her in a while. I should have applied it before as I was speaking to you guys, so it'll dry up somewhat. No, today I don't have music in the background, my little feel-good moment. I am in a feel-good moment, but right now we are on a go moment, okay? So we do that. All right, so we got that going to, nicely moisturized. Just notice I don't have a cream, bronzer, or contour, anything. We have that going. How you guys doing? It's been raining. I haven't had my beachy days like I've been doing. Hopefully tomorrow, because going into that place is gonna drain the life. Okay, it normally does, but today we're gonna have a great day. Today we're gonna have, everybody's gonna go to sleep, everybody's gonna take their meds, everybody's gonna cooperate. Okay, we're not gonna have no craziness happening, people going into others' room. We gotta, Last time it was a situation with a few patients, but everybody's gonna play their part, okay? I mean, I might as well give you guys a little story time with this place, because this place, y'all, it's like, I feel no matter how much the people put into that place, but it's never gonna look the part of like other places that I've been with, because it be the people in it. It be the people they bring in that place that tears down the place. So I don't know. It's sad to say that these are the differences with the two. So we'll see. It's sad to say that that place is somewhat like a reject house. Like the homeless people that don't have nowhere else to go. Because they be just popping in. They don't even know where they're going. You know how some places there's like a marketing situation going on. You come for a tour. You choose whether you want to be there or not. That place ain't none of that shit. They just find themselves. EMT just bring them in. And they're like, okay, am I this crazy or what? Or sometimes they come if they're in a good, mental state, and they're like, I don't belong here. I'm not this crazy. But a few days in, we're like, yo, yeah, you blending in just fine now. So, or they come and that same day or admission gets done, especially in the daytime. I hate working daytime there. Admission gets done, right? And then a discharge at night of the same patient. They want to pretend they're calling. They call the police. They cannot. They know all the right things to say. Let me get this trace going, because this is a thing. Doing this, giving y'all stories and stuff, I get carried away, and then the product is sitting in front of me, and I'm not doing shit with it. So New Caledonia, let's do a swatch of the two. I just might be, tripping, because these are the two next to each other, not far out. New Caledonia and then the Iguacu. Let's show you guys. That's Iguacu on the face. Where she went, I don't know. New Caledonia somewhat kind of separated on me. So Iguacu's right here. So Iguacu is really my summer shade. And New Caledonia my winter. Let's try them two on the chest. I don't remember which finger I applied Iguacu with. Let's try a clean finger. Can y'all see Iguacu and New Caledonia? I gotta shake her real good because she's somewhat separates from sitting down. So these are the two. New Caledonia. Maybe it's me that's tripping. I just wanted to buy something new, right? New Caledonia have been working really. So let's see. Maybe the two together just might be that for me. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. Let's use Iguacu. Let's forget about Caledonia for now. She's been doing her part. 1, 2, 3 pump of the foundation on the back of my hand, warming that up a little bit. Anyway, go back to the story. So they be coming in and out like they don't belong. And then go to the hospital, nowhere else wants them, and then they come right back. Now, due to the fact that they've asked to leave. They don't have the option to go wander back in the street. They gotta heal whatever situation they're under. Sometimes they come in with wounds or any injured or whatever the situation may be for them. And they do really need the care. They just don't want to be confined and be in that place. Because you have to really have a thick skin to not only work in that place, but just be there as a patient. Especially if you go in and out of good mental state. Because they do know how they be when they're going, when they're raising hell. But they just don't care. So then, that's that place I work at. It's like 2 different worlds. My last shift from last night, it's like you waking the people up in the morning with your singing voice. Good morning. You hear the bird chirping, outside the windows. You open the blind. It's like, ah, ah. And then you got your morning meds coming, yada, yada, yada. And then this place is like, go back to your room. That's not your room. Because this particular guy, he stayed wondering. He stayed trying to leave. He stayed trying to plot. He got out one time with a bright neon green shorts on him. Like, how you going to escape with bright neon shorts? That's like the light of, like, you brightening yourself up to be caught or to get caught. Like, here I am. So here we go. He escaped. I wasn't there then. He escaped, but he knows he got out one time and he's going to get out again. That's what that guy's, he acts like he's crazy, but he's not crazy. A lot of them act like they're crazy. It's like, what is going on with I guess the system makes money out of them and really don't bother looking whether they're truly crazy or not. You want to act crazy? We're going to put you in a crazy home. We're going to bill you your insurance or whatever family members every month. We're going to make some money out of you. So this is that shade. I feel like it's a 10. It's my summer shade. Let's see if this Laguna 5 works alongside it as my bronzer. It's been working fine with No Caledonia because, it's a little dark. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so they just don't bother. It's just a mess. It's like so much questionable things happening in this system. Yeah, she's working fine. Why did I say I didn't have a bronzer stuff? So yeah, he wanders into people's rooms, not really to mingle with the patient. I have a feeling he just goes there just to spare time to see how long exactly it's gonna take them people to figure out that I'm not in my room. How long is it gonna take for them to notice I'm not around? And he goes and just sits in these people's bathroom, like the cut. He sits on the toilet bowl, or no, not even the toilet bowl, because the bathrooms have the showers have like a sitting area for them, just in case, to prevent fall or slip and fall type of situation. So there's a name for it. I can't think of it right now. So yeah, he goes and sits there waiting. How long we gonna take to figure out he's gone? And then the minute you spot him, it will take literally, on a good day, probably 2 CNAs, or a CNA and myself as a nurse. But on a bad day, like the other day, it took 2 bulky, thick ass women and myself and the supervisor and another slim thing of a CNA. Her actual CNA that he actually inflicted, harm towards, and she's afraid for her life. But she gotta come and make that coin, okay? But she managed, she tries to have as much less contact as she could possibly can. So yeah. And the downfall is the minute they know you're afraid of them, the minute they know you don't wanna they're running the show, you fucked. You are fucked. Because their muscle gonna come out even stronger and stronger, like ain't shit you gonna do. So it's gonna take a few of y'all mofos to come and put me down. Or new mofos that they have not figured out. So that's why sometimes it's like, come on now, it's 2 of y'all. Why calling me in the mix? Just get it done. But then again, it's 2 of them that he've already, figured out. And they don't switch it up on them. And it's just like, come on, get creative with these patients. Because they're going to they're figuring things out on their end. And we just think we're going to come and do the shift, like not really plotting and, making sure how to deal with this situation or however it comes to get, to get out on the winning side. Because the minute we keep losing the battle with them, the more power they get. It's like fuel to their madness. Yeah, we're going to fuck with this one. It's like prison, y'all. Like, fresh meat comes in. They test you out. They're nice and talking to you. Yeah, baby. And then they figure out they could knock you out with a few punch and you're gonna fold and you have no strategy to deal with their ass. Oh yeah, they're gonna keep trying again until you prove your point. Until it's not like there's a mental state you gotta be to deal with this situation, y'all. There's really a mental state. You gotta really be on your P's and Q's. Which one did I put? And with me, jumping from one place to the next, that's like so opposite. It's like sometimes I gotta check myself, like, what? Okay, I have to reprogram, recalibrate before I go into this situation. Let me put the blush first. So yeah, so he managed last time to disappear. But he thought he disappeared. He thought he disappeared because I knew where he was. I just didn't bother removing him. I just didn't bother going through the hassle. I may need something else. Let's just go on with it. I just didn't want to go through the hassle of fighting. Not fighting, but y'all know what I mean. Of removing him from that patient's room because it was just an empty bed anyway. Patient was sleeping. He pretended he was sleeping. But one funny thing was, how was he sleeping on bed A, and when his slippers are spotted in front of bed B, when the patient is also on bed B sleeping. So I was like, my brain was twirling around a little bit, like, doo, 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 doo. What's going on in that room? And then I'm like, okay, bed, you stay. I go in the room. I give med to the bed B, and bed B sleeping. Went back to sleep. Picked over to bed A. He's sleeping. Okay, I took his slippers from from bed B, put it in front of bed A, just so he'd have it. I'm using this E.L.F putty thingy. This is probably one of their defect or whatever, because it doesn't have the stuff. I have not used her. I forgot the shade is not reading on here. I don't know. So he pretended he's sleeping. And even in his own room with his what am I putting blush on my forehead for? Even in his own room with his roommate, that nigga just goes in on that man's bed like, ain't shit you gonna do to me? I'm sleeping where I wanna sleep. And he pretends he's so sound asleep. Like he don't mean no harm. He comes in peace. Like you almost don't want to bother him. You almost want to tell that patient, go to his bed and sleep type of stuff. But you can't. And the minute you move, the minute time pass and he notice he's gonna do some whatever, and he gets up and he's taking action. And your last thought was, he's dead asleep somewhere. Nope, he ain't. He's up and alert. He made you think he's sleeping. So, that night, he slept on that empty bed, bed A. I left him on bed A because the bed A belongs to no patient. And his CNA is like, where is so-and-so? I'm like, oh, he's in such and such room. He's sleeping. So I thought. That mofo was standing over bed B again. Now, I didn't know what was happening before finding his slippers. I mean, I could have assumed it, but since he's dead asleep, he means no harm or whatever. I'm like, I'm not going to dig into the situation. Bed B's not complaining. And he's sleeping. He's not giving trouble or whatever. Let's just call it a day. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mist the face. I want to use one of my new mists. What's it gonna be? I got me this ColourPop setting spray. Let's see how what does she do? What does she do? No filter setting spray. Infused with rose, chamomile, marine extract. It keeps makeup soft. Blurring powders for a flawless perfecting. Okay, I may not put this under. Let's just use my Milani to put, to mix things up a bit. And then I put this like at the very end. Okay, so CNA went into that room, standing over that patient's bed while the patient have no idea what's going on, dead asleep. Thank God she went there like in the nick of time. Let me take a bite of my, papaya. Who likes eating papaya? I love eating papaya. I want to dip this sponge. Let me just use a puff. So then, the question is, who gonna get him out? Because at this point, he noticed he's been let me get my sponge dip. See what that does there? Just tap. I'm not doing much with it. And so at this point, he's on defense mode. He's like, I got caught red-handed in action. Either I stand my ground to execute my plan, or I stand my ground. Because he went in there for something. He went in there to do something. Lord knows what. But he got caught. He's not going without a fight. Oh, I have an itch here. A little. He ain't going without a fight. So this is the face, you guys. It's coming along. Let me know if things are looking darker in this room, in this setting. Because I'm looking like there's plenty of lights. But on the camera, I'm looking like much darker than I normally am. Like the brightness of the room and everything. All right, so I'm pulling out my new Juvia's Place, their newest powder. I have me warm honey, and I also have sugar brown, baby. Brown sugar, baby. Brown sugar is brown, okay? I'm gonna use honey, warm honey. I barely use her. Look at with the same. Let me get this out. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna set the face with that. Although I would normally use brown sugar to set the face, but since I feel like the base is somewhat, let's just use warm honey. And I'm gonna get this little bead. Is that what I've been using as my powder? I don't know what I used this on last time, but let's just dive in. Yeah, so now CNA went in, trying to calm him down, trying to question him. What are you doing? That's not your room. Let's go to your room. Let's get ready. Mind you, it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. This nigga not sleeping. Let's go to your room. And nope, he ain't moving. Then she called another CNA. 2 of them, they already know who they're about to deal with. 2 of them went in. So now it's 3 in the room. This nigga pulled out, thank God, this patient's perfume bottle. That was empty. It didn't have anything in it. Maybe probably a few spritz. And that's his weapon. That's his choice of weapon. You ain't gonna do shit about it. And that's what he's gonna use on whoever wants to approach. I don't know if I have a bronzer, like a true bronzer from NARS. Like my bronzer drawer is overflowing, but I don't see anything of NARS at sight. I don't remember. I don't remember. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Smell Cosmetic Long Beach bronzer. So he's ready to fight. Then there goes all three calming. Mind you, he's not my patient. He's on the side of my patient. So I have to get involved for the sake of my patient's safety. And the other nurse is fairly new, having to deal with him. So he's been my patient before, so I somewhat have an idea of how he rolls, because I've gotten hit and bucked by his ass before. So I know how he moves. I've learned from that moment, okay? It's crazy the stuff we go through as nurses. If only someone had told me from the get-go, girl, brace yourself. This is how the real world is. Perhaps mentally I'd be ready. But so then I really have to fully get involved. Now it's the nurse, the other one of the CNA had to go handle her stuff. So here I come, thinking I'm about to do something. Yo, so-and-so, this is not your room. No, at first I walked past him like I'm not there for him. But he got eye on me though. I just wanted to sense his aura, sense his, mood, his energy. So I walked past him. He flinched, but he didn't punch or throw anything. So I stayed calm. And then I walked past him again and attempt to grab the perfume out of his hand, like as if he's not, trying to catch him on a blind side, if that makes sense. Nigga was on point. He was ready. He held on tight to that bottle. What else am I missing, y'all? So we have this. We're looking nicely. We're looking pretty. We're looking nicely blended, nicely soft. Like I don't know. I might leave tomorrow with everything all like muddy looking. We're not gonna speak that into it. No. We're gonna pull through. So this palette I have, I think one of them is broke. Oh, yep. This one right there. I haven't used her in a minute, but one of them came out, but it's still in the form of its pen. I'm gonna use, I wanna use this side, the peachy side of the blush. I normally use this side, those three, if y'all could see, but I'm gonna use the opposite. And I'm using a nice fluffy brush. I'm using this one. Did I use this on a cream product? I think I did. So yeah, he was ready to put on a fight. He saw me coming from a mile away. So I'm going to all three. I don't think I'm seeing anything because this is different. These color ranges are different for me. It's so different now. And also this palette, the product somewhat, you really gotta scrape into this pan to get a payout. That's the only downfall with this palette. This is a nice peachy situation, which is far from what the creamy blush that I use. I should stick to what I started, but here we are. It's not giving. Let's go on the other three. I'm used to the other three. Yeah. I need me a little bit of color. Yeah. It's not a lot, it's something. So yeah, so he already is locked in on me, locked in on the other CNAs. So now I had to say, listen, buddy, you ain't budging, you don't belong here. Oh, I'm gonna call the cop. Normally that worked. This time it didn't. Go ahead, call the police. He's a Jamaican guy. Call the police. I'm like, oh shit, he's ready. All right, under the eye, I'm gonna use these, what's she called? Beauty Creation by Filter Loose Powder. I have me a pink cloud one. And I also have me the regular translucent one. So I'm gonna use the pink cloud one under the eye. Let's see how that does. I have not used her before. Let me grab a puff. So he was ready. He was ready to face the popo. He was ready to put on a fight. He's feeling fierce in front of 5 women. So he's not going down. No. Before that, it was like 4 of us now, because the other one left. It's my count. His nurse. No, his nurse was somewhat pulling her ass on the out of the scene type of thing. He's CNA and the other 2 CNA. So it's me, he's CNA, the other 2, so that's 4 of us. His nurse was somewhere at a distance. So as I'm saying, I'm gonna call the cop. He said, fuck it, yeah, call the cop. But before I take action anyway, that was just to say that, to, you know, calm him down or intimidate him about, you know, the situation. He was not backing down. So I'm like, okay, before I take action and actually call the cops, because now you have a weapon at hand, you're ready to inflict it on anybody. And I've gotten a hit by him before. I'm not willing to get another hit with a perfume bottle that's glass. That's deadly. Now you are really down to commit murder. So, and it ain't gonna be me at the scene as the victim. Let's leave that a little bit. Yeah, so I went and called the supervisor. She's like, okay, she's coming. Then the supervisor came, did the same exact approach that I did, walk past him, calmly speak to him or whatever. Like, she's not there for all the situation that's going on, and try to catch him on a, you know, at when he's least expecting. This nigga was on point again. He was on point. So anywho, I'm at 40 minutes already, rumbling my mouth. So this is what we have on the face. We're looking nicely bronzed and blushed up. That little pink setting powder is somewhat doing something. Let's brush it all. I don't know. What's going on here? You see how it clings onto right here? Let's see, once we miss the face, how it's gonna be. It did do a little brightening situation, but blurring, not so much. So, I don't know. Let me miss again. Where's my Milani? She's in the back seat listening. So, yeah, he was not backing down. I'm on the left side, the supervisor's on his right side. I'm ready to take action. Everybody else at this point, when supervisor comes, backing their ass up. So supervisor's like, okay, you know, she's trying to mumbling something to me, and I'm like, okay, I kind of see what she wants to do. Let's tackle this man at the same time. So whatever, punching or whatever. So supervisor went in, and he's already, you know, punching at her. She's blocking it. I attempted that also. I was blocking it with this hand. He's punching the bottle on that hand. And I'm trying to grab it as he's doing it. No, that wasn't working. So she attempted on her end and called out for the other women to jump and grab him wherever they can to get him out of that room. Remove the weapon. She held onto the hand of, with the bottle, pulled that out. No, he still had it in his hand. So she's holding onto his hand. I'm holding onto the other hand, and the other ones grab body parts or whatever. That we got to get him out of there. So then at some point when he's out of the room, we managed to get the bottle out of his hand. Now he can't walk. Now he wants to drop all of his weight on us 5. And his nurse is standing. He wants to drop all his weight on all 5. So now we got to make sure we're holding him, preventing falls, and moving him at the same time to get to his room. And his room is all the way down the other hallway. Now he's the victim. Now he needs help. Now Jesus, God, helps him. Mind you, this man was a beast 5 minutes ago, ready to kill somebody with that bottle at his hand. Like, the mental fuckery they do with you. Like, now you want to feel sorry for him, but not knowing. If someone had just walked in and see 5 women on this small, skinny, little, muscular Jamaican old guy, they would think it's abuse. They would think, oh, poor him. Okay, poor him. Have it your way. Go at it yourself, and you find out. Then you're going to learn. Because in the beginning, I would come and, oh, how are you, puppy? How's it going? Ooh, cuckoo, cuckoo. Yeah, and then he's going to give you that, yeah. How you doing, yeah. And when it's time for him to take action, he's no longer in your ass. You a bitch in all the name in the books, okay? So, and it's funny, just right after we put him in his room, supervisor went down. She wanted to report the incident because this have gone so far with this man. It keeps escalating. Now he's finding weapon of choices, and now it's taking more than it's every time it's adding on an additional person to deal with him. It's no longer 2 or 3 CNAs. Now it's 5, and he's gonna go 6 or whatever. It's gonna take a whole army to deal with his ass. So at this point, she was like, we gotta report the situation. He's getting worse. He needs to be controlled. So then he went to his room, put him in bed, cleaned him up, came back outside, trying to walk back to that same section. So now his nurse and I just want to try to catch him halfway, talk him back into going back to his room. Then he's like so soft and subtle, like, yeah, I'm hungry, man. I don't want something to eat. I'm like, oh, that's what that was in the beginning. That's what you want me to think you were looking to eat. What were you looking to eat in that patient's room? So now all of a sudden he's a soft little puppy that's hungry, looking for food. That's what he's looking for right now. So I'm like, okay, go back to your room. I'm gonna go look. Mind you, it's 3 o'clock at this point in the morning. All snacks have been passed. Everybody's done digested, shitted out their snacks by now, waiting for 4 o'clock to get cleaned up or whatever. So there's no snacks around. Kitchen is closed. Let me finish this face. I'm stuck here telling y'all stories. So there's no snacks. So I had to pull something out my ass to give to him. Thank God there was we had milk, we had bypass or whatever. Poured him a bypass or whatever situation. Give to him. Promising he's going to go back to his room. That nigga did not come. That nigga did not stick to his promise. He went in, ate. Okay, the powder, maybe it's me. It's user error. I should have powdered, used the brush lightly, but I pressed it heavy with a nice chunk of that powder right here. So it's giving me a little patch. and somewhat also on this side. It didn't really melt down. I'm gonna mist it again. So this is the face with the blush and the foundation and everything going, right? I'm gonna get the eye look out the way. And not sure which palette of choice. We gotta keep, oh, I wanna use this palette. I kinda try to save her from breaking because this one broke and that one broke and I have not used her at all. So let's put her to use and I'll be right back. Alrighty, loves, the face is fully done. Not quite, we're missing out on the lips. I didn't even get ready for the lips. What are we gonna get? Yeah, so what are your takes on this story? Let me know. Would you go into nursing knowing that's the shit a lot of us have to go through? I'm saying this is not my destination. This is not my final destination moment. It's you know, it's somewhat what's on the road, what's on my road to better to a better career, okay? So yeah, eventually we gave him something to eat. He went and wanted to fuck around again. What am I using for the lips today? Okay, let me just grab an ABH lippy. We are a little peachy. We have something looking like this, similar to the eyes. That's a lip gloss. Let's get a lipstick going. Okay. All right, we'll jump in on board with ABH. So I'm using a lipstick of, is this a lipstick? Yeah, liquid lipstick, Hudson, and lip gloss, Parfait. Okay, lip liner of choice. My new baby. I have not been putting her down. She's here somewhere. I think she's been around. I just have not been on her. Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, so this guy called us the supervisor again. She's like, if he's not going to sleep, he's not going to bed. Mind you, we've already given him all of his meds in the book. Narcotic meds, mind you. He's, I think, become tolerant to it to a point where it doesn't really knock him out no more. It don't knock him out no way. And he's one of those patients, when you on the floor, you getting on the floor, you gotta get him out the way, get his meds out the way first and foremost, so it could already have time to get into his system, so he could go on and be at bay for the night. But no matter what you do, I could say it's not the nurse, because I've had him myself as a patient, he's been my patient. So a lot of times you say, oh, they don't get your ads. A lot of times the CNA complains because it's more work on them, having to hunt the patient down. I've never used this before, but really, whether you give him his meds or not, it ain't gonna work. He's gonna go down when he wants to go down. Going in with the lip gloss. This is a really pretty combo. This is a frosty little thing. Damn it, Yo, you guys, when y'all coming in with these trends, with these new stuff, y'all just don't put it to rest until it's just, nah. I don't know. So yeah, this is a face. We're gonna set, finally, the final, look how the little powdery stuff at the bottom is, it just settle there. You gotta really shake her. It's all white. Really doesn't, it's promising blurring, but really I don't know if it's gonna be a fully matte or luminous finish. But we'll see what it does with the blurriness of it. This really gotta, it's still at the bottom. It has a lemony smell to it. Let's not forget my hairline. She be all in my business. Okay, let's do another round. And then pat her down with the puff or the sponge. Oh, I have my fan. My fan is working now. Let's. Are we blurring? Oh. All right. It's time. Let's get the pictures going. I feel like a lion. Oh, with this hair, especially when it's not done. It's really thick at the top. And it's long and it's caressing my body. Alrighty. Well, what's the end of this story? He eventually went to sleep. We didn't have to call the cops. And best believe me, 6 o'clock, my shift ended at, he went to sleep for just a few hours. Because my shift ended at 7:30. By then, he was back on his feet, coming out of his room, ready for another day of battle. This man stays on action. Anywho, that's where I'm going today. Hopefully, he's probably going to be that on my patient tonight. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, they handled him before, like, because it's been a week since I have last left there. I'm picking up 2 shifts tonight and tomorrow from that place. So, and it's going to be on the same floor. If it's not one side, it's going to be the other side. So he's bound to be my patient tonight and or on either of those shifts anyway. So gotta brace thyself. Let's hope this cute face kind of throw him off, because he likes, you know, he likes women, okay? He likes cute stuff. So let's hope this face throws him off and he listens. And he goes to sleep for me. Let's hope this face puts him to sleep. Anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick story, crazy story time. Let me know if you want to hear more of stories like this, because I started doing it in the car on my, you know, way in and out of work. I want to be safe on the road. I don't want to be distracted. I want to be laser focused. So yeah, let me know if you guys want to hear more of Get Ready With Me, crazy story time on my shifts. And comment on this story. Let me know if you've had similar situation. I know I have a few CNAs or nurses probably watching. Is it that crazy for y'all sometimes? Or is it just me? Anywho, toodles, love you guys much. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Let me know what you guys think of this look. And I'll see you guys on another one.